Last night, my wife Ann and I were out at a delightful affair, a wine tasting party and get together with some people from the industry. And then, as he often does, Robert Meyer Burnett had to ruin my evening.
Oh.
When my phone goes off, a little Bing notification goes off in my pocket. I check at my phone. It's from Robert. Oh, what's Robert got to say? And I open up the text message bearing ill tidings. As Rob reported to me, as is now in Deadline, that one of my favorite shows on TV right now, Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, has been canceled after its second season. As soon as the season 2 finale aired, the official word came out that they had killed it. This comes us from Deadline, who writes, HBO's Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty has come to an end. After the second season finale Sunday, creator Max Borenstein confirmed the news on X. Not the ending that we had in mind, he wrote, but nothing but gratitude. Director Sally Richardson followed up on Instagram with, when you give it everything you've got, you can have no regrets. I hope you enjoyed the last episode of Winning Time. I am sure I will do many more hours of TV and hopefully many features in my future, but I can say that at this moment in time, I am most proud of the work that we did on this masterful show. And I got to tell you, I just mentioned in the intro, I'm a big sports fan. Not necessarily a huge Lakers fan. I grew up a Celtics fan, but this show brought out all that drama, the stories, the personalities, and it really became a show for everyone, not just sports fans and definitely not just Lakers fans. It was a compelling story about these larger than life personalities, and seeing it done, and they took some creative liberties with it. Absolutely they did, but it made for some damn compelling television. Now, I have still not watched the season 2 finale. I have loved, because it just aired last night. And as I said, Ann and I were out, but God, this took a lot of wind out of my sails. I was so looking forward to a third season, because while I haven't seen the season 2 finale yet, so there's like no way you wrap up this show with one episode left. And clearly they weren't ready for this show to be wrapped up, but wrapped up it is. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. Did you know that the average person has around 12 paid subscriptions, and they might not even remember to subscribing to half of those? If you have no idea just how much you're spending each month, you need Rocket Money. It's this great app that tracks all of your expenses so you know exactly where your money is going. I recently just found out that over 80% of people have subscriptions that they've completely forgotten about. Seriously, think about how many free trials you subscribe to that you just probably never canceled. And that's why I'm such a big fan of Rocket Money, because I was one of those people. When I signed up to Rocket Money, I was stunned to find out that a gym I had belonged to in another city I lived in, I had still been paying my dues to for over 2 years. Also, that music subscription service I use, I forgot I was subscribed to 2 other ones. That's where Rocket Money comes in, because Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. With over 3 million users and counting, Rocket Money customers have saved on average of $720 a year. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea. Rob, what did you think about Winning Time overall, about its cancellation, and maybe the bigger topic conversation? How is this just kind of representative of the reality of streaming and stuff like that right now? What do you say?
Well, John, when this show first aired, you and I both loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, from that first episode, it kind of had a Wolf of Wall Street vibe to it, and for me, I don't look at these kinds of shows as being totally accurate. They're more mythological in that, to me, like I think about the movie Lords of Dogtown, which was a feature film version of the documentary Dogtown and Z-Boys. And I love Lords of Dogtown, but I don't look at that and go, this is exactly true the way it happened. Or even Oliver Stone's JFK. It's more of a myth about how part of America died. And a lot of people say, well, this isn't period accurate or anything. So Winning Time for me was something that made me want to go back and delve into the actual history, and read the real, we've got that newfangled contraption called the internet. You can start there doing your research. But I love the actors. I love the way it was directed, all the music choices, the casting was impeccable. It was so much fun to watch. And if nothing else, what it left you with was how, for me, I didn't know that the NBA was dying on the vine. I didn't understand what shambles it was in. And if nothing else, learning that the Lakers had this dynasty. I mean, I kind of, in a way, you kind of look at this as Lord of the Rings. You know,
It kind of
gotta
is.
go. They got, instead of going to Mordor, they have to win a ring or whatever. Maybe they don't have. Do they have rings in the NBA? It's only football.
They have rings. They do indeed.
So the thing is, I really enjoyed the show. It was a lot of fun to watch, and it made me curious and interested about the real history, which is what a show like this should do. And I'm really sorry because it was really good. I mean, it was really well made. The people that made it clearly cared. They were having a ball. And I read an article that said some of the real people did not like the way, I know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had come out and said things that he didn't really appreciate how this was made. And you've got to accept that. You have to take that into consideration. But I liked it.
You know, it also kind of, to me, is a highlight of one of the big differences and one of the unfortunate realities of the streaming era. You know, we've talked about this before. You know, Netflix, a lot of people for a long time would ask, why is Netflix canceling these super popular shows after 2 seasons or 3 seasons? It's because this isn't the old television model.
Right.
Like today, if your show doesn't bring in, they don't care. These streamers don't care how many people watch the shows. They want to know how many new subscribers does it bring in. And if it doesn't bring in new subscribers, it doesn't matter if the show's popular. They cancel the show because it's an expense that doesn't yield a return. And, you know, HBO now has canceled this. They canceled another highly critically acclaimed show in Perry Mason. They did the same thing. They waited for the second season to end. Then they announced canceling. They're saying Gilded Age. I'm hearing rumbles that Gilded Age is about to be axed.
Another show I like.
And that a lot of people like, right? And, you know, but at least, you and I were talking afterwards, at least HBO in this situation had the common sense to wait until after the season finale to announce that the show's been canceled. Unlike what happened with Swamp Thing, where they literally announced the show being canceled after the first episode aired. So like nobody wanted to watch the rest of the episode.
Well, you know, and they also have to take into account the 3 seasons, the one and done. Like, it's always bothered me when Netflix would pick up a show I like Designated Survivor.
Oh, I really like that show.
I really like that show. And the 3rd season that they produced was good. Then the Eric McCormack science fiction show Travelers, which is a Canadian show, Netflix picked it up, did another season, and canceled it. Because after 3 seasons, they'd have to bump up the costs of the show. You know, people get more money. It costs more money to produce the show. And if that more money does not translate to subscribers, as you said, it's academic for them. You know, like you said, it's not making money. If it's not getting subscribers, why bump up the money you're going to have to pay to produce a show if it's not yielding any kind of new results?
So it sucks that Winning Time has been canceled, but I am very grateful for the 2 excellent seasons that we got. But again, I fear that this is now the new normal. I think shows like Stranger Things that get 5+ seasons is going to become a very, very big rarity. But we'll see what happens. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.